Well, we're always trying to get stuff done here on the farm, and that means we can't wait till the middle of summer. Right now, it's middle of January, and we're going to move a ghillie blind into a really cool rut spot. It's January, but we're thinking about deer hunting, as always. We're on the way to pick up everything and head down into the woods to get that ghillie blind set. And at the same time, we're trapping raccoons and possums. They're nest robbers, and we have a couple dozen at least we want to take care of. And so this is a great spot for a trap. We're going to set down there, especially for coons. So far, we're up to 5 coons and 3 possums. 3 possums, right, babe? Yep, 3. So we're going to take care of that at the same time. We're just getting this all set to get out there, and part of it is we can't just pull this out with a cable going down these steep hills, especially on a little bit of snow and ice. It's going to fly down. So what we're doing is we're using Jack's Family Tradition tree stand ladders, which are really nice, but we're going to make a frame so that it'll keep it from moving back and forth. That's what we're rigging up right now. Works every time, right, Wes?
Yep.
Guaranteed to work?
Yep.
So if it works this time, we'll be 1 for 1. Let's put it that way. Well, we're down here where we want to stick this ghillie, and there's a lot of strategy, and one of the reasons we want to come down here during this time of the year is we worked on this bedding area. In fact, Dylan filmed this a few years ago, and it's a bunch of box elder. It's super thick. We have a stand we call the cairn right over here, and that's where I wounded yellow beams out of this year. Jen and I shot our bucks out of 2 seasons ago, both out of that with our bows, and so it's a great area down here. We wanted to be here in the center of this right here. We don't want to play the wind over here. This channel right here, there's a steep creek right behind, and the bank is about 7-8 feet high. We can go by the cairn, drop down in the creek, walk through the creek about 75, 100 yards, and get over to this position. And there's no good trees. We want to sit down here and actually hunt on the ground, use this for both rut stand and also gun, and sneak down here for an all-day sit. Once we get down here, we can start shooting up this other side. We have shots 100 yards going up the hill. We can shoot right down this valley. This has always been a traditional, right where we have the side-by-side and ghillie blind parked right now, has been a traditional scraping area. There's awesome scrapes right there. So we're looking at where do we back this up against. We want it, our scent, which right now it's actually blowing perfect. So it's coming down this draw right here. We're at the bottom, and that's the idea. The wind will actually get down in this channel of this creek and flow down. So we want to be able to pop up over the creek and really not walk more than 15, 20 feet at the most in all this thick cover and get right into the side of the ghillie. We want this ghillie down here because it'll blend in. So we're going to back it up against this brush. This is a potential spot right here, another spot right over here, and then right here on this flat, it's kind of open. We have to access through here anyways. So I think what we're going to end up doing is probably pushing it over here, because that gives us about a 25-yard shot to, there's an overhanging box elder. We're going to put a mock scrape right there, and there's probably about 6 scrapes around there. We're going to cut them all down because we want the one scrape down there to be right in front of our blind location. This is a type of stand where we could come down here in the morning, and once the coast is clear, we've hunted the cairn for morning or afternoon, we could get right back into the creek. Once we're in that creek, we're safe. Nothing can see outside of it. It'll be nice and clean. We just walk slow, and then we pop up on that bank over there and get out of here. So we could even hunt this in the morning and get out of here late morning, which a lot of these interior locations we can't. So that's the thought, is we could get it, if that means if we can get out at 11, we could probably get into here, into the stand, especially when we have all this cover and we're blocked getting in and out of here. Then we could probably get in here at 2 in the afternoon too, if it's getting dark at 6, for a long afternoon sit. This is getting right into the heart of where they're at. A lot of times the bucks are bedding right up there, 100 yards away, 80 yards up into this upper shelf. They're typically not right here in the bottom. They're just crossing through, but they're right on these shelves around us. We know that for a fact. And so we're getting in here to a good spot, in and out. Wanted to stay in here for a while. Now it's just a matter of getting it set. It took a little work to get down here. That thing wants to go faster than the side-by-side. So that's why we hooked up those ladder sticks from Family Traditions to make a triangle, to make ourselves a bracket so that it would keep it from sliding down and going faster than the side-by-side. We had a few hang-ups. We had to go through some really thick brush, and luckily we have the tracks or we wouldn't have made it. And I'm not just saying that because we like using the tracks. We literally wouldn't have been back here if we didn't have the tracks. So we're gonna get this set in place. That's fairly level down here, so we're good with that. And I think I keep looking over to this spot. We have a bunch of brush in front of us. Behind us, we're kind of coming into a triangle where there's no deer. So we'd come into the side of it and get into position. We'd have a cornered window going right over here. We'll be completely hidden. So let's get this set up now. And it's been a little work getting down here, and can't wait to see what it looks like when it all comes together. My arm doesn't work on this side. We got this thing buried in here, and it was a little bit of work, a little bit of chainsawing and cutting even to get it back in here, but we are going to add a mock scrape and get a camera on it. We'll do that right now. We do that with all our blinds. It doesn't matter, or stands, whenever we get them set, but I really love how this blends in here. And what we're gonna do with our scent too, since we're down at the bottom, I'd rather keep that scent down here at the bottom. We're actually blowing right in our face from the mock scrape right now and getting into this bottom. So we'll keep our scent down here, but while we're at it, we're gonna get mock scrape, camera set, and then we're gonna set a dog-proof trap over here for raccoons. And oh, by the way, while we're down here, we got another possum. So we're doing pretty well already. Now we've really put this all together down here. I need some finishing touches. We need to clear a couple lanes out of here, especially for more gun. But you know, we're mid-January, we got time. The mock scrape, you can see we pulled this tree over and then we ratchet strapped it to this larger oak right here. And so made the scrape. Wes is working on that scrape over there. And then what we did is there's about 4 other scrapes down here that are really, they're perennial scrapes. They're used all the time, this whole bottom, and we cut them down. We want this to be the only one. We stuck a reveal camera on right here. And then I think one of the finishing touches is we're going to get some of this brush and a few of these remaining trees to junk up right in front of the blind. We also have a large tree behind the blind back here that we're going to cut, and that'll block behind us. And this is just a mess back here. You know, again, we cut this a long time ago. I think 4 winters ago, right around there. And so we're going to cut that down behind it, and that'll keep the deer from getting downwind of us. And the deer really cross side to side. So once we drop down in that ditch, walk about 100 yards, pop up from the back of the creek on the bank and get into the side, we're gonna be really hidden getting in down here. It's so thick. We've worked on bedding this way and that way. That way for about 300 yards, both sides, and all the way up the hollow. So this is the perfect spot to come back in here. And oh, by the way, we got the raccoon trap set over there. This is kind of a cool area where we have a lot of hardwood regen. There's a field right behind us about 80 yards back, and really good turkey nesting area. We've seen poult up in this area before, so this might be a good turkey spot. We always have turkey down here, but getting some more predators out of here will be a good thing too. So all around good day, getting some stuff done. And mock scrape, you know, a lot of times we put a stand in, it doesn't matter, stand or blind, whatever time of the year it is, we're installing the mock scrape right away. You can see completely level there. That vine, taking that vine and tying it almost to the branch, and that looks as the most natural. You can see this vine, the bottom of it, we're right about waist high, so it's at perfect height. We can still drive under it. We have a lot of mock scrapes like this that have that arch over. Sometimes we'll pull 2 together, but it works out really well, and we're about 25 yards right from the front of that gilly. So man, I can't wait to come back here during hunting season. That's the only bad thing. Hunting season is still a bunch of months away, And so we have to wait quite a while, but team effort down here today, and we hope you like putting these pieces together, and we can't wait to bring it to you this fall. Everyone, thanks for watching to the end of the video. I really want you to check out whitetailhabitatsolutions.com, Pure Wildlife Blends. There's so much we have to offer you. You know, if you never buy anything from us or hire us to come to your land, that's okay. We're still going to be putting out all this free content to try to help you out. I want to put a smile on your face. I want you to have a great hunt. But from our food plot seed blends, to books, to web classes, to hiring us, we have lots of stuff to offer on whitetailhabitatsolutions.com and Pure Wildlife Blends. Make sure you check it out. The links are in the description.